We start with the function of equals raised to the power of times cosine. This is our starting math problem. We need this so we know what to work on. We look at the shape of the function to see it is raised to power. We do this to choose the right rule for the next step. The chain rule says that when we have raised to power, we must multiply by the derivative of that power. We write prime of equals raised to the power of times cosine times the derivative of times cosine. We do this to start using the chain rule. The chain rule tells us to keep the outside part and multiply it by the derivative of the inside part. We look at the exponent, which is times cosine. We do this to see how to find its derivative. Because is multiplied by cosine, we must use the product rule. We write down the product rule formula as prime times plus times prime. We do this to have plan for the next step. The product rule tells us how to find the derivative when two things are multiplied together. We find the derivative of times cosine by writing 1 times cosine plus times negative sign. We do this to solve the exponent part. The product rule says we multiply the derivative of the first part by the second part and add it to the first part times the derivative of the second part. We note that the derivative of cosine is negative sign. We do this to help us finish the exponent part. This is math rule for trigonometry derivatives. We simplify the expression to cosine minus times sine. We do this to make the math easier to read. We combine the terms by multiplying and then subtracting. We put the parts together to get prime of equals raised to the power of times cosine times the quantity cosine minus times sine. We do this to finish the chain rule. The chain rule requires us to multiply the original function by the derivative we just found. We write the final answer as prime of equals the quantity cosine minus times sine times raised to the power of times cosine. We do this to show the completed solution. This is the same result but written in different order.